This is the SANAT KUMARA. I'm an advanced Deva being from Venus who serves as the Chief Operating Officer of planet Earth. I have accepted responsibility for implementing the Creator's plan for Earth, including the evolution of the human family, for all that lives and grows on Earth, and all who call Earth their home. I report to Earth's soul, the great being Songkrit, and also to the Chief Operating Officer of our solar system and the Stellar Council of the Galactic Federation. Furthermore, I'm leading the Shambhala Council, which gives a voice to the representatives of all kingdoms that call Earth home: the human kingdom, the Deva kingdom, the animal kingdom, the plant and mineral kingdom, and the Konri or plant kingdom. Today is the first question and answer session of this podcast on behalf of Namas University. Thank you for all the questions you sent. The first question I would like to answer are actually two combined: how to study in groups and how to visit Aachen to receive personal messages from master teachers in the octagon of Aachen Cathedral. To combine them might not seem obvious, but bear with me for a moment. Many of you wonder how you can possibly figure out who else is following Namas University in your country or around your world already, and how to connect with them. And those who already read Volume 2 of the Chronicles of SANAT KUMARA want advice on when and how best to receive personal messages from master teachers like Joshua, Mother Mary, Saint-Germain, Hilarion, and some 20 more in Aachen. Deborah from Massachusetts anticipated your questions. She approached us with the offer to serve and be of help to all by setting up a Namas University WhatsApp group for the English-speaking students and potential visitors to Aachen. Deborah works with my e-booklet, studies the Chronicles for some time, and has been to Aachen last summer together with her husband to experience what the master teachers had to tell her. She knows her way around in Aachen well, and Martina and I also had the pleasure to meet with her and her husband and hug them both. So, you are in very good hands in the Namas University WhatsApp group for the English-speaking community. Triggered by Deborah's offer, within the next 24 hours, Katharina, being very familiar with my teachings and the joy Aachen has to offer to the spiritual seekers, started the WhatsApp group for the German-speaking community. Rohan, also familiar with my teachings from near Mumbai, started the group in Hindi, and Allah, an expert in my teachings, started the Namas University group on Telegram for the Russian-speaking students. Once the first domino was set in motion by Deborah, the rest followed with ease. The Shambhala Council bows to them, expressing its deepest gratitude. You can easily recognize the groups as they all share the logo of a light blue planet with Namas University written in the center in yellow gold letters. Make good use of these groups to study and exchange information, but also to make new like-minded friends, potentially gaining new spiritual experiences together in the octagon of Aachen Cathedral. Martina and I will keep the group leaders posted with latest information. The next questions are: I have often heard the phrase, "the veil is thinning." Does it mean that the veil abstracting the subtler energies, such as the etheric and astral, is being lifted to make these energies and beings in them more perceivable by all physically incarnating on Earth? Why did the abstraction occur in the first place? Was there an event that forced you to introduce this veil? With the fall of Atlantis, Earth has shut down higher dimensional connections as well as communication, cooperation, and travel to and from other planets. Earth shut itself off and at the same time became a pariah. Over time, cosmic connections and wisdom was lost, became forgotten, was hidden by the few educated ones still in existence. More and more, the human family focused on the physical body and gaining dominance over all other kingdoms on Earth. If I tell you that it was normal that humans and Deva beings walked side by side, literally, your experience gained through your 5 senses says no, can't be. But your intuition might tell you otherwise. Dragons form part of the Deva kingdom in the whole universe. They provide life energy. They are protective and benevolent creatures, no matter how dangerous they might look. But many cultures have pushed them into a corner of dangerous beast. That is far from reality. More and more of you begin to see them, or at least get glimpses of them in the etheric realm. Your eyes can't see what exists beyond the dense physical of the 3rd dimension. As the majority of Earth's human population rejected to be part of the whole of creation in all dimensions, the veil was established as protection for themselves against a higher reality, multiple forms of life in multiple higher dimensions. On the other hand, the veil forms a protective shield for all those active in higher dimensions on Earth to bring Earth back to its intended purpose. People are only allowed to see what their spiritual development is capable of comprehending. Yes, things have changed. Earth is going through a shift in frequency. Earth and all life who calls it home. We are moving from the 3rd through to the 5th dimension between 2012 and 2032. Now humans incarnate in a physical body are more and more able to perceive what is going on in the ether, the 4th dimension, the astral world, the 5th dimension, but they can also access the mental plane in the 6th dimension, which offers new concepts and inventions, as well as reach through to the intuitive plane in the 7th dimension. Every day, more people regain their inner knowing of what their life is about, their purpose, their soul's mission during this incarnation, of what they need to do, what service to Earth they promise to give. During the high time of Atlantis, Earth had reached its most advanced state of being so far. that included all kingdoms working harmoniously and respectfully together with all other life and beings in multiple dimensions, being connected to other cosmic beings and races, planets, galaxies in the current universe through the cosmic communication system, portals, spirit doors, etc. A growing number of humans, however, believed that they and Earth would be better off if they disconnect from God's plan, cosmic communication, and all links to other planets, the galaxy, and trod their own paths. In a gradual process, humans also started to disrespect, subdue, and later enslave the Devas, their counterparts for spiritual growth, using words of power. This caused and is still causing trouble to our neighbors on other planets. Earth was not only a hub, but also meant to be a place of spiritual growth and exchange for our galaxy. But as Earth is also the planet where the law of free will has to be respected, we in Shambhala could do very little about it. We maintained contact to the animal as well as the plant and mineral kingdom, but were mainly blocked out from the rest who called Earth home. Spiritual wisdom you find in ancient texts like the Tao Te Ching or the Bhagavad Gita are in their core still conveying cosmic wisdom, but with multiple centuries of cultural layers added to them by incarnate humans. Breaking with cosmic protocols at the time of Atlantis led to thousands of years of broken and fractured relationships on Earth, between Earth kingdoms, and between Earth and other planets, constellations, galaxies. Some friends of Earth just watched in shock. Others stood by and sent helpers by devising new methods to reach them. But most friends and allies turned their back on Earth. Earth became a pariah in our solar system and beyond. Our fractured relationships and destructive behaviors emanate out and cause much harm still today. I will get to that in more detail in future lectures. If you look around wherever you want, you find more fractured and broken relationships rather than unity. In families, the community of nations, between beings and nature. Just think about the different belief systems and religions. All mean well, but are unable to connect to what unites them with others and give up their own perceived superiority. The ongoing frequency shift and our teachings as Namas University will help you to mend the fractures, will unite you with your soul and purpose, with your soul family, but also bring the human family back together on and off Earth with the other kingdoms and neighbors, as well as with creation. Next question. Is there any way I can contribute to the good of the planet energetically during periods of quiet, periods of alone time in my life? Certainly. Let me suggest two things. Send light and love from your heart to all people and places on Earth that suffer from being fractured, that hurt others, got hurt, Send love to all who live or are forced to live in fractured perceptions of reality, to all who are away from unity in harmony. Secondly, study diligently what Namas University is offering to you. You need to understand the whole of creation in order to decide and act wisely in its context. Which leads us to the next questions. Will my studies at Namas University end with graduation? No. After graduation, there will be postgraduate studies that let you understand the complexity of life in this universe, its laws of interaction, communication, and connections, as well as the spiritual hierarchy and ascension. This is vital for you to be able to be of service on and for Earth. Next question. How to handle aggression in major cities? I live in a major city in India where people are impatient and aggressive. In traffic, honking and fighting is just one example. Is there any advice you have to help improve my perception of this situation and avoid filling up this anxious and heavy energy inside me? Wherever there seems to be too little of something, or not enough for everyone, and equal opportunity, that could be respect, space on the road, space for their business to grow, space for farming to extend, food to eat, opportunities to grow personally, possibilities to learn and move upwards in the hierarchy, you name it. People feel anxious or even threatened and express that by becoming aggressive in many forms, verbally and physically. Their behavior is only mirroring how they feel inside. They think it is the behavior of others who cause their aggressive actions, when in fact it is their inner reaction to any given situation. What you can do if you observe such behaviors is feel compassion. Mentally try to walk in the other one's shoes if you have enough information to do so. Everybody is doing the best they can from their current state of development, perspective and abilities. Don't enter into that aggression. Stay at least neutral, or even better, send love and compassion to them, but set your boundaries as well. No one has the right to cause harm to or hurt others, or wage war against someone else. If you get physically attacked, defend yourself, but still without entering into an emotional blame game. The same holds true for verbal attacks, insults, you name it. This next question, I must say, rather surprised me. If people join the SANAT KUMARA, are they going to leave their family, their kids? No. You have misunderstood me. I'm not a guru or a priest, and I don't demand obedience in following me. Together with my colleagues from Shambhala, I offer the opportunity to receive direct guidance from your own soul and from Shambhala. When I said that the lives of many are turned upside down at the moment, that means that we make them face their realities, and that includes their superficial, fake, and fractured relationships. If relationships are not based on love, mutual respect, understanding, and support for one's spiritual responsibilities, the relationships will crumble eventually. With children, you will always remain in charge of them until they are grown up. So working with us from Earth's spiritual hierarchy means facing your soul's personal and planetary mission. Accepting and working on it is your choice. What that means specifically cannot be explained in the black and white manner you formulated your question. The last question is about taking drugs. You said, don't take drugs, but what about teachers' drugs? Your goal is to be in permanent, reliable contact with guidance from your soul and Shambhala. Drugs can create a higher perception for a short period of time, whilst weakening your body, making you an addict, and damaging your energy body, the Merkaba. The latter opens the door for mischievous and dark beings to get a grip on you, trying to convince or force you to do what they want. In former decades, some spiritual leaders used drugs to experiment. Today, due to the shift from the third through the fifth dimension, there is no excuse anymore to take drugs as a quick fix for higher perception. Taking drugs should be restricted for medical treatment. These are the answers to your questions. To complete today's lecture, let me make a second announcement and tell you what the February lectures are about. Next to the WhatsApp students groups, I'm delighted to let you know that my e-booklet, the SANAT KUMARA, Affirmations, Invocations and Insights for the Ambassadors of Light, is now available in Russian as well. Due to the united efforts of Alla, Igor and Martina, it is available on Apple Books in 51 countries. And the three are also working on making it available to native Russian speakers in Russia itself. This is another example of what unity and heart and mind can achieve in a short period of time. The Shambhala Council members are delighted, as the frequencies, vibrations and energies transmitted with the e-booklet work best when you absorb them in your native language and culture. The February lectures will give you deeper insights into Volume 1 of the Chronicles of Sanat Kumara, I'm Ready. You will meet Lucia, one of the main characters of the novel series, who struggles with finding and living her soul's mission in an environment that is focused on outer appearance, status, money, personal glory, and safety in all its forms in the material world. Lucia is able to reconnect to her whole being and prepares herself for the first service adventure for Earth in higher dimensions in Volume 2. I provide my teachings primarily with stories, as they are the stickiest in your memory. Your brain thoughts and stores information by emotional value. So any information that is combined with an emotion you will be able to recall more easily. And the stronger the emotion, the easier it is not only to remember the information, but to integrate it into your life journey and soul's mission. So, We hear each other next week in the Great Hall of Shambhala, where Lucia, an aspect of the soul Trusian, is welcomed for her service mission on Earth. I hope today's lecture inspires you on your spiritual journey. Make the most of it. I love you all, and I bless you all. This was the SANAT KUMARA.